This presentation will be on Snort. So what is Snort? Snort is an intrusion prevention system / intrusion detection system. It's free and open source, made available to the public, anybody can use it. Has over 5 million downloads and is the most widely used intrusion prevention system in the world. So they do this to let everybody know we're pretty popular, we're pretty known, a lot of people use us and trust us. And if you really want to get into learning about intrusion prevention and intrusion detection and testing them out, then this is the place you want to go. So ways to use Snort. There are 3 main ways to use Snort. You have your packet sniffer, your packet logger, or your intrusion detection mode. Packet sniffer reads and displays all network packets. Packet logger, as the name states, all packets will be logged onto the disk, and these two are pretty straightforward and self-explanatory of what they do. And your last one is your intrusion detection mode, where all network traffic will be monitored and analyzed under the rules set by the user, and if any activity such as malicious, which is what we want to be seen and want to be detected, it will be identified and taken care of accordingly by the rules that were set. So what are Snort rules? Snort rules are the regulations set for detection and are based on detecting a vulnerability to actual extent, so not just an exploit or a special piece of data. Some of the rules include community rules, which are rules developed by people who are involved in the open source community that they have. These people submit their rules, they share them, and they're made available to everyone for free because, of course, this is free and open source, and you want everybody to be able to use it. You have your subscriber rules, which are rules created, tested, and approved by Talos, who are Cisco's cyber threat intelligence team. And these rules, they're only available to registered users, those who are registered to Snort. And why they would want that is because these rules, they're approved by Talos, who are the more professionals, and these are more advanced, have a lot more going to it, more in-depth. So, of course, these are available to everybody, but only available to everybody who's registered under these people, so under Snort. So if you want to use these, you have to register. And finally, you have your user-defined rules, which are rules that are written by users for their own specific reasons. And these rules, they're not shared to the open source community, but Snort highly encourages that users share their rules set to the community because they want others to be able to use it, to be able to test it out, since this is open source and they want everybody to be able to be involved and to try it out. So I would say the most time-consuming / the hardest part of this entire project, was really just setting up the Snort software. When I was initially installing it, I never had the packages for it because I was using the repository, and I'm using Kali Linux. I didn't have the certain packages for Snort on it, so I had to troubleshoot, figure out why it wasn't there, Google search it up, find it out. And just the whole process, because I've only used a little bit of Linux. I'm not really much versed into it, so just messing around with it, I was this whole thing was a learning process, just learning more about it, just going through it, just figuring things out, so learning some other things, Googling things, YouTube, things, watching videos, and I was learning more, not just about Snort, but Kali Linux itself, Linux commands, so setting it up, how things run, making sure things were working properly, because I had small errors that little commands that I messed up on, and it was just really time consuming, and it was just more of a pain. So for the demonstration, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of the commands, everything that in the command list, setting up the rules, trying out the different modes that I described earlier, and then finally testing out the intrusion detection mode, because I want to make sure that it works. So we'll go into our VM, open this up, Kali Linux, and I just want to show the directory of our files for Snort. You can see where it is what we're going to be using. Here you can see all our all our files, our rules, configuration files, as this is what we're going to use. So we'll just open up our terminal. Just want to show that it is installed. Here's our version. You can see our little pig, Snort. Version 2.9.7. You can see the build. You can see this is the official version that I do have installed onto this machine. So next, let's try out our commands. So we'll go into show you our full list of commands using the help. And here you can see all the commands that they have. As again I said, Snort is pretty popular and big. So there's plenty of commands here that they have used that they want people to use to try out. Like you can see your alerts, set your rules, because rules are important. Your masks, you can see your logs, the files, how the commands for these directory commands. You can see everything in here. And again, like I said, Snort is pretty big. It's pretty much a lot you can do in this when it comes to intrusion detection and prevention. So first, let's try out our commands. We're going to put in, for our first one, we're going to try out our first mode, which is our packet sniffing or packet dump. And now you can see it initializes, it starts up. It's getting the network traffic from our network. It completes. Now you can see it's actually processing some of these packets. And again, you can see in these packets, what you can see is your date, the time. You can see your connection. You can see your time to live. It shows the IP, the subnet, shows everything. Well, everything right here. So we'll close this out using Control C. See, it says Snort exits. Now it's completed because I closed it. Shows you the runtime, 46 seconds, the amount of packets that they processed. You can see the user's memory summary right here, the summary of everything right here, the packets, what they did to it. Well, all I had was just analyze the packets, and you can do everything, so you drop and filter it, and then even breaks it down by your protocols. So now for our next one, we want to try our logging function. So we just want to put in our command, and this is our directory for our logging command. Now you can see it's running up in packet logging mode. It's logging, initializes. This is our directory that I put in. Again, same thing, it's applying your network traffic. Once it completes, then it starts processing all these packets. You can see packets are coming in. And then just want to show it off. So we'll close this again. Same thing, Control C. It just might take a while just to close. Sorry, it's just taking a while just to close. There you go. Then you see Snort exits. Again, it gives you the summary. Same time it took while it was up and running. The memory usage, the summary of what was used, everything was using, the packets that came in, it analyzed it. By protocol again, it shows. Again, like I said, we're using UDPs. So it's, of course, it's showing all this. And now we want to try out our intrusion detection. So for this, of course, like I said, we have to set up a rule first. So let's put in our command. So what we want to do is go into our directory, our configuration file, so we can set up our rules. And here now we're into our configuration. Again, you can see everything. They have it set up by steps because they want to make sure everything is detailed, everything is, you can read everything, go through everything in order so you don't get confused or mixed up about what you're doing. Here you can see the steps. So you can set up your own configuration for your rules and everything. And the first thing you make sure you have to set up is to your own network, which is what you're going to protect. And here you can see my network is already protected. I already have it added, but for anybody else who just installed Snort, it's going to come up as any, just like you can see here for your external net. So if you want to set this up, of course, you have to find out what your your IP is. So we just want to do ifconfig. Here it comes up. Here's what your IP is. You can see your subnet too. So you see mine's like 192.168.127.1.6. It matches up. So if you want to put this in, all you gotta do is just hit insert. It brings insert up, which means you can make sure you can make your edits. You want to edit it, change it. Once you're done editing, putting it in, you hit escape, and it closes out. So now we want to set up our rules. So again, just going through this, you can see some of the config, some of the steps going through this. Look, this is just a basic setup of rules, so these are just more like if you want to go more in depth of how you're setting up your rules. So here we go for our rules. You can see like some of the directory paths for these you want to set up. Like if you want to set up like here, you can see some like your multimedia, your policies, your protocols, server rules, your community rules that they have in there. And then we'll just add our own rule. And here I have my rule already added. This is the name of my rules that I have set, just simple my rules. So again, like I said, you just want to set up, insert it, you type it in. When you're done, escape. And if you want to save everything that you've done so far, you hit colon and WQ. This saves everything, you hit enter, and you're saved. Next, of course, you want to go into that directory that we set up for our rules. So we'll just put in the path, the name of our rules, which is my rules, that's my name of mine, and we'll go in. Here you can see the rules that are set up. I already have some rules set up because I was messing around with this, but the one I want to set up is because one I want to mess around with right now for this demonstration is that we can see if somebody is pinging us, pinging our network, which I've set here for an alert. For any network that's coming in, if somebody tries to ping us, here's the message that says we are being pinged. So again, just want to close out of this. And now we can test this out. So first we have to turn it on. Just want to put in the command for turning this on. This is our network that I am protecting. This is our command for setting up the intrusion detection mode. And of course we want to log this. So we'll put in our log command as well in a directory. And now you can see it starting up. Oh, I made a mistake, sorry. This is wrong. There we go. Now it's running right. Or I guess not. There we go. Sorry about that. Now it's running. So you can see it's processing our packets. It's checking all our ports. What's nice about Snort is that if you have any duplicate rules, which there are a lot of duplicates, it ignores that rule, which is very nice about Snort. So just to show that it works, I want to go back into our regular desktop. We'll ping my IP. This is what I'll do just to show it works. 192.168.137.6. See, now it's pinging. And what happens? Here we go, gets our alerts. And it says it's giving us a message, somebody's pinging us. See, it says we are being pinged. And it shows that it works. So this is my demonstration of Snort, just setting up a basic rule, showing the 3 different modes that work, and here you can see just trying it out, just have an ICM ping right here, and you see it's pinging, here's a message, so that's how you know my alert works, and how you know that my intrusion works. So we'll just turn this off, summary, and that's it.